LG11, a bold step. 1965. The cooperative adopts the name of Limagrain and invests in research. The history of Limagrain began in 1965. Mindful of the development of hybrids in the United States, a team of young directors were convinced that corn offered great potential. The board then took a bold step to launch the cooperative into research by creating a station on the Domaine de Mons in Aubière in France. It had an original goal to create varieties of early corn adapted to Northern Europe. In 1970, Limagrain registered its first corn hybrid, LG11. Very quickly, LG11 propelled the company to become the leader in France and then in Europe in early corn, the starting point for the Limagrain adventure. Diversification into vegetable seeds. 1975. Acquisition of Limagrain and entry into the world of vegetable seeds. Recognizing the fact that the LG11 venture wouldn't last forever, the board of directors looked for diversification opportunities that were complementary to corn. The acquisition of Limagrain in 1975 was the beginning of the venture in vegetable seeds. Here again, a bold step was taken for a prestigious company, even though it was in trouble. Very quickly, the top executives understood that the vegetable seeds market was an international and very segmented market. Internationalization took place in phases and was organized into business units in proximity with their markets. Limagrain became the only vegetable seeds company directly and significantly present on the 5 countries of excellence: France, United States, Netherlands, Japan, and Israel. This development led to Limagrain becoming number 2 in the world in professional vegetable seeds today and the number 1 European player in the consumer seeds market. Conquering the West. 1979. Creation of the first corn research station in North America. As the European leader in corn, Limagrain wanted to establish itself in the United States to continue its activity and have access to American corn genetics. A decision was made to open a first research station in Kirkland, Illinois. Fairly quickly, other stations were created. At the beginning of the 1990s, business covered the heart of the Corn Belt and Canada. It was then supplemented by the acquisition of several North American seed companies in Illinois, Indiana, and Ontario. As players that were until then fairly limited, Limagrain and the German seed company KWS combined their efforts in 2000 to create AgReliant, a 50-50 joint venture which brought together their activities of corn and soybean in North America. Today, AgReliant is number 3 in American corn seeds. The vision of integrated chains. 1983. Creation of a corn mill in Enezat in France. First step in the integrated chain policy. In 1983, Limagrain created a corn mill in Enezat to valorize the production of grain corn from the cooperative's farmer members. It was the first step in the integrated chain policy, to create value by processing on site. This was followed by the creation of the Ulysse laboratory in 1992, with the assignment of establishing a novel concept, from seed to ingredient. This strategy resulted in innovative products such as functional flours and reserved varieties such as Europlata semolina corn for the breakfast cereal market. In 2002, Limagrain decided to bring together all of its ingredient activities with the company Limagrain Céréales Ingrédients. Production in traced integrated chains was assigned to the cooperative. Today, LCI is the European leader for functional flours. Continued investment in research and biotechnology. 1986. Creation of Biosem, first plant biotech laboratory in Clermont-Ferrand in France. In In 1983, the group perceived the emergence of biotechnology and decided to create a cellular and molecular biology laboratory dedicated to plant improvement. Biocem was opened in 1986. At the time, Limagrain was the only European seed group to have such a research structure. Convinced that biotechnology investments were out of reach for a player acting alone, Limagrain created Biogemma in 1997 in partnership with other French seed companies, then Genective in 2011 in partnership with the German seed company KWS. In 2012, at Chap in the heart of Limagne, Limagrain set up the largest European research centre dedicated to field seeds. The Wheat Rush. 1990. Acquisition of Nickerson. Wheat is the #1 crop in Europe. As the European leader in seeds, Limagrain was also seeking to operate in straw cereal seeds. In 1990, Limagrain decided to purchase Nickerson, the only player present in Western Europe. Nickerson would be the cornerstone for the wheat chain strategy in Limagne. Other acquisitions then followed to consolidate Limagrain's wheat activity. In 2008, Limagrain signed a partnership with AGT in Australia. In 2010, Limagrain Cereal Seeds was created in the United States to extend wheat's development internationally. Today, Limagrain is #1 in Europe in wheat seeds and is striving to become an international player in this crop. The consolidation of integrated chains. 1995. Acquisition of Jacquet and entry into bakery products. The acquisition of Jacquet marked Limagrain's entry into the bakery world. It reflected the group's desire to extend its integrated chain strategy from seed to bread. Jacquet gave Limagrain a way to ensure opportunities for the production of its farmer members through value chains. In return, Jacquet gained in strength and popularized its select flour, meeting specific needs. In 2011, Brossard enhanced Jacquet by providing it with the products and skills of the French leader in pastries. Today, Jacquet Brossard is the #1 French industrial baker. Pursuing international development. 2008. Acceleration of internationalization in field seeds. Limagrain is aware that only a few players present internationally will continue to exist over the long term in field seeds. Being an international player means having a dimension that makes it possible to commit to upstream research programs, which are essential in the plant breeding process. It is no longer possible to ignore tropical regions, either in terms of markets or genetic resources. Today, with its recent operations in Brazil, India, China, Africa, and Southeast Asia, Limagrain is present in more than 90% of global acreage in corn. The ambition of a global company. 2015, heading towards 2020. Guided by a strong ambition and a long-term view of its development, Limagrain is seeking to become a benchmark international player in seeds and cereal products, while also cultivating its base in Auvergne, where it has its roots. A unique history that continues to be written based on its 3 values: progress, perseverance, and cooperation.